Hey everybody, welcome to Radio Labyrinth. This is season 7, episode 16. Me, Dustin, and Steph. Jeff is not with us this week. He is attending, he's out in Nebraska attending the funeral because his grandpa passed away over the weekend, and we wish him well, and we hope you all will do the same.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, sorry, man, to hear.
Yeah, he lived a good long time in his 90s. I believe he was in his 90s, I think. You guys know for sure? I want to be accurate.
I do not know.
I don't know. I mean, I know I lost my last grandparent. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's still at grandparents rambling around.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? My grandmother died in 2015. That was it.
Yeah. My grandmother that raised me died in 15. And I've still got one grandmother, my dad's mom. She's still with us.
How old is she?
She'll be 93 this year.
Wow.
We wish Jeff the best, and again, we hope that you'll reach out to him if you haven't already. Steph, your hair looks great. You got your hair done.
Thanks. I was telling Dustin, it's kind of flat today because they put all that fancy salon crap in it, and my hair is very white trash. It requires Pantene. It's very flat today.
Not suave.
And suave is a little bit. That's gutter trash. Is the suave?
Love me some suave. They had the best commercials. Suave. You thought you were getting expensive shampoo, but it was really shit shampoo.
Very suave.
You suave, hypnotic charm.
It's basic. Suave is basically bar soap, but it's liquefied.
Yeah, but it gets you clean.
It'll get you clean, but your hair is gonna look like you brushed it with a butter knife.
I've done that before.
Terrible.
Butter knife is a utilitarian item. You can, for the longest time, especially in college when I lived places I didn't have tools, you could unscrew something with a butter knife or screw it back in after. That
is true. Yeah, you can. I remember I've butter knifed a few things.
I stabbed a brother in the neck with a butter knife and fit the cup just cause.
Remember those little things that were on the back of your TV for the cable? You had to screw them onto the television in order to get the cable signal. Yeah, I always did that with a butter knife, even when I lived with my mother.
The little wishbone looking thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you hook up your Atari. Yeah,
yes.
Put those two prongs underneath. Yeah.
That's the memory. There it is. That was it. It was the Atari memory.
More about us old people later, but I wanted to compliment Stephanie here.
I appreciate you so much. I was telling Dustin that yesterday was my 22-year anniversary at work.
I've been on a road gang almost 22 years.
22 years.
Exactly 22 years, 3 months, and 4 days.
Wow.
So I told my boss, I said, I'm gonna leave early. She's like, yeah, get out of here. And I had all these big plans. I was gonna go to the park, I was going to take my dogs, or I was going to go shopping or whatever, and I ended up just going to Publix and getting a platter of cinnamon rolls and coming home and eating them and watching Tokyo Vice and falling asleep on the couch.
Oh, I'm behind on that. I got my one episode behind.
This last episode was very good.
Isn't that kid getting Me Too'd now?
I thought he already got Me Too'd.
Oh, I didn't know that he had already gotten Me Too'd. I saw something on Twitter about him.
His Me Too thing was like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, it was after Baby Driver, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I got to get caught up on that. There's a lot of stuff that I am watching now. But before we get to that, I got to tell you about something. If you're getting this show on Saturday, which I guess would be what? What would be the date on that? It doesn't matter. But whatever, the day this comes out, which actually is Saturday,
the 23rd.
So I got to wish my dad a happy 77th birthday. So happy birthday to my dad, Theron, 77 years old today.
Happy birthday, Theron.
Happy birthday.
He won't hear this because I don't think he listens to this show, but that's okay. Wishing him a happy birthday anyway. But also, that is the day that my show premieres on WSB Radio. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a podcast of it. Don't know when or where I'm going to put it on the platform, but I'm pretty much going to. It's a 1-hour debut. It's from 6 to 7 p.m., and it's called The Popcast with Tim Andrews. Guess what it's going to be about? Soda.
Popcorn?
Cool.
No, it'll be about current issues. I wanted it to be a whole big thing. I wanted, eventually I would like it to be 2 hours, but I thought, why not start with something I know I can manage? So I'm And so about TV, movies, and culture, really Gen X focused, kind of like us. Certainly not dirty like this podcast is at points. And
Sure.
I want to talk to people in the industry who are working as extras. So my first guest in that realm is going to be Milani Kai, who works at WSB. She's the co-host of the night show Word on the Street with Shelley Winter, and she's been in a ton of stuff. And a couple of other people in her family, like her niece and nephew, have been in a whole bunch of television and movie productions too. So I want to talk to her about that, and then find out what it's like to be an extra, because there's so many of them here in Atlanta, where the film industry has seemed to have relocated. So
Yeah.
If you're an extra and you listen to this show and you want to be on the radio, connect with me. But I also want to talk about local comedy, local music. It'll evolve, but that first hour, I think this week I'm going to talk about Woke Trek, and it just seems to me to every week seem to get a little bit crazier and less like Star Trek, but that's okay. It's still watchable. So yeah, that premieres. So be on the lookout for it. It's the Popcast with Tim Andrews on WSB Radio. Now, you guys said you were going to call in and harass me.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I hope you do. If you don't, I'm going to be disappointed.
I need the number though. I mean, like, what's the number that you call?
I don't know. I'll have to read it off the wall. It's on the wall. 1-800-WSB Talk.
Oh, okay. I figured it'd be like 1-800-GLOW-HOLE.
No. That's the new phone number for Atlanta Pizza and Gyro, which we'll get to.
Is that a glory hole?
Yes, it is, my son. But it'll cost you a whole sixer if you want to unburden yourself in that way.
I mean, not the business, but
Sure.
the fine people there aren't associated with the glory holes. It's a roving type of glory hole. It's a pop-up glory hole where they set up a couple urinals side by side. You think they're, the outdoor bathrooms. That you walk in, there's no blue water, there's no shit in it. The toilets are sealed, so you can't lift them up. And there's a hole connecting, and there's a hole in between them, or a pipe, or whatever, long enough to fit. Even the smallest penis could fit through that hole.
This is $1 million idea. This pop-up glory hole.
Pop-up glory holes. It needs a better name. Like pop in or something.
I have to work on that.
Pop out your mouth.
I really like this idea. I would be glad to do the setup of it and stage it, and like maybe put it by the water so you get a nice breeze.
Oh yeah, because they do have those little hole, like the screens on top or the filtration on top, like a vent. Yeah, vent is the word I'm looking for, and that breeze will blow in off of the stream. And if it gets muggy, we can put fans in them.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking maybe we could have it float like at the edge of an infinity pool or something.
Right. And we have to reiterate the fact that these aren't going to be your run-of-the-mill outdoor toilets, porta-johns, because like we said, there will be no blue water shit toilet paper that's been pissed on, beer cans filled with cigarette butts and other things. These are clean. So you think if you want to go to the bathroom, you can go behind it in the grass. But
no, this is a glamorous hole.
It is. It's a glamour hole.
Yeah, I think
glamour hole. Oh, I love it.
We could probably get the Redbox troll to just clean them out for us.
Probably. He needs a place to live. I've heard that he's very down on his luck. I have a facsimile of him behind me. The stuffed doll that Chad Shepard had made and gave to us, and he's still. Listen, he has a flight tomorrow, and he's not going on that flight without a mask. He doesn't care what that Trump-appointed judge says in Florida. He's with Fauci, Team Fauci. See,
double masking.
See, you can't hear him through it because his lips aren't strong enough. But and I keep it pulled tight because I wanted to scare my son. But floppy pencil and all, he can this pencil he can attach like a scrubber to it, and then the eraser he can take graffiti off, and then he has his little bleach squirter right here, and that'll clean all the gross stuff off the wall.
That's nice.
Now we had decided,
and he works for peanuts, so
he does literally
penis. He works for penis.
But we had decided last week that we wouldn't be doing any more glory hole talk, and I'd like to keep that tradition going of no more glory hole talk after this.
Okay.
Right now, no more glory hole talk, even though it cracks me up.
Okay.
Our whole, we could do the glory hole podcast and just find out where the best ones are and talk about the surroundings, the businesses, like the best bus terminal.
Is there an app for that? Is there an app?
Sure, there's several. I don't know if there's apps, but there's websites.
I would like an app though. That way I could just and I'll be like, oh, there's one right here in this CVS.
It'll tell you not where to not go if you have to go to the bathroom. Don't go in any of these places, because you go into this bathroom, there is a chance that there will be a guy cruising in there looking for you to do something for him. Or maybe he just has a fetish. He's not really gay, but he would like to know what it's like to give head for the 700th time. Well,
maybe I need an extra $20 and I'll just set my price. I put my note through the hole that just says $20 on it, and then pull the note back, and then just like whatever you put through it. I'll give you $20 worth.
So the thing that you would let them know that you're a female, you have to give them a heads up. Like, you have to go post on the forum. I will be at the rest stop off of I-75 near
the Loves,
or not Dahlonega. I'll be at the Loves, and I'll meet you in the shower, and it'll just be you in a Joker mask.
But that's the whole point, Tim. They can't know who it is. You don't want to know who it is.
But if they know that you're a female, you could at least get 30.
Oh, okay, all right. I see what you're saying.
But you really have to put the work in to get that $30.
Oh, I didn't say what I was gonna do. I'm just gonna stick it through the hole and see what you get.
You get what you get.
Whatever it is, it's $20 worth.
The mystery hole.
Maybe I'll whack it with a little hammer.
Maybe.
Whack-a-mole. Yeah.
Whack-a-hole.
I'm Batman.
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 Batman. Batman.
Batman. Yeah, I am Batman.
Speaking of glory holes, I'm almost done watching the longest superhero movie in history. It is called, what is it called? Just called The Batman.
I'm 40 minutes in.
You're 40 minutes in. Now, you've all seen at least 40 minutes of it, correct?
Yeah, I've seen all of it. Yeah.
Okay, you've seen all of it because you've commented on it in our text threads. All right, so I have 30 minutes left or so, and I feel like it's just taking forever. Now, let me preface all of what I'm going to say, and I want you guys to interrupt me and jump in and everything. It is way too long, and some of it is really, really fucking good, and some of it is just, what the fuck is going on here? And I have questions. I have very important questions. First of all, did John Williams do the score? Because it sounds like Empire Strikes Back. Dun, 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 dun. Am I wrong about that, or am I wrong?
It's missing one note, but yes.
Yes.
I was surprised to hear that old Nirvana song at the beginning when he's riding the bike.
Yeah.
It's pretty, you never really hear that in anything, and it kind of went with it or whatever. But I guess I haven't watched enough of it to really hear the score that you're talking about.
Yeah, it's very distracting and loud.
It's anytime he shows up.
Yeah.
When he shows up, it's like dun 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 dun. It's like they took a note out, but it's the Empire theme.
Yeah,
it took me out of it. Like, I mean, I could count each time it come up. It would take me out of the movie just every time. That was one of my only bad things I thought was about it. Was too long, and the score. Besides that, I thought it was a good interpretation of Batman, because I like the new story. I like having him they didn't have the same showing up as a kid and parents getting killed in an alleyway, and
right, there's no origins.
It's different.
Yeah, we could do without the Batman origin story for the 800th time, even though they do refer to it over and over again. And now we have another person who allegedly killed the Wayne family. But Steph, I don't think you've gotten that far yet, so I won't.
No.
But so this movie, The Batman, was directed by Matt Reeves, and it stars Robert Pattinson as Batman, which I was hesitant to give the benefit of the doubt to him right away, but he's pretty good.
He strikes the profile very well.
Yeah. Don't like the hair, Bruce Wayne's hair, but I can't do anything about that. Zoe Kravitz is Selena Kyle, a.k.a. Catwoman. She's really, really good.
Yeah, she's really good. I was impressed with her.
And I want to say this so without sounding sexist, but pretty easy on the eyes in that cat suit.
Yeah, she definitely is. She definitely is the best Catwoman since Michelle Pfeiffer, I would say.
I can agree with you there.
I mean, to me, I didn't think of her the entire time that she was in the movie. I never really thought of her as Catwoman as opposed to the character she was playing.
Which she doesn't.
I didn't associate it. I didn't associate it with a Catwoman per se. I mean, yeah, she has a couple of cats at her house that she takes with her and stuff, but it wasn't. They didn't incorporate that as part of the character like Pfeiffer did, or all of them, did up to this point. There was always an excessive amount of cats or
meow and all of that stuff.
Yeah, or they acted like a cat. Yeah, but this was, I thought this was a really good rendition of it, and yeah, she's easy on the eyes, but I think that's a lot of the Kravitz genes she's got, because she looks just like a mix of her mom and dad, and they're both pretty people.
They are. They're both beautiful.
Yeah, she's a good actress too. She's a much better actress than her mother or her father.
I agree. Yeah, I totally agree with you there. She's a very good actress.
I mean, Lenny's okay, and when he pops up in the Hunger Games, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, but he's Lenny Kravitz when he pops up in the Hunger Games. Hey, I'm Lenny Kravitz. How you doing?
Right. I designed this dress for you. Wear it.
Yeah, bitch. You also have Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I think he does a good job, although I think it's kind of a Robert De Niro as Al Capone. I really do get a vibe of him off there. But then certain times I get that's Tony Soprano with a different pitch to his voice.
Yeah.
But good. And, it's Colin Farrell. He's a good actor. You have John Turturro as Carmine Falcone, and he's channeling who's he? He's channeling like an old mafioso Don. I get a little Don Corleone out of him when he speaks, but not all the time. Andy Serkis is Alfred Pennyworth. I think he's really good.
Yeah, I love him as Alfred.
Yeah,
right. This time, well, the one I forget the name of the actor who played him in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, but that guy, they're the two guys who aren't like Alfred is a pussy.
It was Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Oh, okay, not Michael Caine. I'm talking about the guy that played him in the Ben Affleck movie.
Oh, I don't know who it was.
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons. Okay, I'm thinking of another guy.
You're thinking of the guy from the Coca-Cola commercials that did Michael Keaton's.
Are you thinking of the show Pennyworth?
No, I am thinking of the show Gotham, and that guy is more in tune with Andy Serkis's character because they're both ex-military and they're both not so old that they'd be feeble old butlers, but they're like, I trained you in a fight, mate. So they are all right or whatever. Saving the best. Sean Pertwee. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I remember that now. Jeffrey Wright is James Gordon. He's really good as James Gordon. James Gordon, and I know there are people there, and James Gordon is the white guy. James Gordon is James Gordon. And if you read the comic books or watch any of the old movies, Jeffrey Wright is Jim Gordon. So
that did not even enter my mind. As soon as I saw him in the glasses with the trench coat, it was just Jim Gordon. I mean,
right. But I read all these forums and stuff, and people are bitching. Why do they have to meddle with everything?
I told you to quit going on those white power websites.
I don't go to
what do you think that you're going to see on there?
I wouldn't know a white power website. Somebody sent me the link because I've never been to one. But this is just a movie. Let's call it movie poop shoot and borrow it from.
It's the Proud Boys Movie Network.
I'm just saying, don't bitch. People are good actors.
Jeffrey Wright is probably one of the greatest actors alive.
Hell yeah. And he's great as Think Tank in the Venture Brothers. If you don't know what that is, it's a parody of MODOK, the stupidest villain in Marvel. One of the stupidest villains. Anyway, saving the best for last, Paul Dano is a great actor as well, and he's playing the Riddler. Now, this is the thing that bothers me the most. Throughout Batman lore, the Riddler has always been goofy and quirky and oddballish and funny to a degree. I mean, you had the great Frank Gorshin play him on the television show, and Frank Gorshin was a wonderful actor, a very funny comedian. He was a good impressionist. Google him if you don't know, or go to YouTube. There's tons of shit with him in it. You had Jim Carrey play the Riddler. But my God, this character is Saw. It's It's the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. It's all wrapped up in a weird suit, and it's the Joker. That character is the Joker in this movie. Where did this, Dustin, you may know this, Steph, you may know this, where does this character come from? Because really, don't you think it's the Joker?
I have no idea. I didn't even realize that they were doing this iteration.
Okay, you didn't know that it was a Riddler yet? Because you see him early on.
I knew it was the Riddler because of the riddle that he left. So I assumed that it was the Riddler, but I haven't seen much more.
Okay. Well, he's murderous.
Well, and to be honest, both of you haven't made it to the end of the movie, so hold that thought till you get there.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to watch the rest of it after we record the show. But if you guys have anything else you want to weigh in on as far as this movie goes, go ahead.
I thought, as far as an interpretation, if this is where Batman's going, it was a slow burn for me. I didn't like it for the first half hour to 45 minutes. I thought, man, I am too old for Batman. I was
thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
But I really got into it midway through, and yes, it was too long, but I really did enjoy a Batman movie, and I don't think I could say that since maybe Dark Knight was the last time that I enjoyed a Batman movie.
I have to agree. Although I like the campiness of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, that was fun to see. Just to see, because they had talked about it for so long. Plus, it'd been in as far as I Am Legend when it came out. There was in the background they had the Batman versus Superman was a movie that was out when when it went down. So I always wanted to see what that would be like. So it was fun to see that movie, but all the hype that was around it and all the trash talking of Affleck and everything else just kind of ruined it. This one, I mean, Matt Reeves, he did a great job with all the Planet of the Apes reboots that he just got finished.
I love those
with.
movies,
those are really good. So I was excited to see it, and I was glad to see that it was a dark, rainy movie, and he kept that going really well. I like the fact that the Batcave is the subway station that the Waynes owned, and so that becomes his headquarters. But it was fun, and it'd be nice to see him continue. And given the ending they have, it would really be cool to see where it would go next, in my opinion.
All right. Steph, do you have anything to add?
Oh no, I mean I was into it. It's like it's long.
That's what she said.
So that's what we started watching it on a work night, which was foolish.
Yep.
So we had to cut her off. We'll probably watch some more of it maybe tonight after the show, and then probably finish it tomorrow or something.
It's a 3-dayer.
Yeah, it's a long one.
That's what she said.
So used to episodic television.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just put this bow on it. Originally, I was going to say that I'm sick of Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and all that stuff but my mind has changed because I wrote that yesterday. And seriously, but I watched more of the movie today. So like what Dustin said earlier is after the first 45 minutes, I was really sucked into it.
That's what she said.
But the first part of it, I was just like, Jesus Christ, is this movie going to get going anytime soon? And I really got sucked into it after the first hour or so.
That's what she said.
35, 40, I don't know. However, in between a half hour and an hour is what it took to capture me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to watch the rest of it tonight. But my meaning behind what I wrote is, maybe this is a parallel thing with Dustin. I was thinking I'm too old for this. I don't need this anymore. I'm too old for this story. But again, I got sucked into it and that all faded away.
That's what she said.
I still haven't seen Superman yet, the most recent Spider-Man yet. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm waiting until I can stream it because I've already paid all that money for all these streaming services. I don't spend $19.
Well, and the Spider-Man, that's a whole other vibe. I mean, that's just fun. It's fun. It's fast-paced. There's not one down moment. You're just from beginning to end. It's action, 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 laugh, laugh, laugh. A lot of humor.
Yeah, and Spider-Man was always one of my favorite comic books when I was a kid. So sometimes they capture that, and sometimes they don't. But the last couple of films have done that. So hopefully I'll be able to watch it soon.
Yeah, I definitely think you'll be into it.
But what are you watching?
Watching it.
What are you watching?
Okay, so what are we watching?
What are we watching?
What are you watching?
Did any of you guys watch Outer Range?
Loved it.
Me too. Just the first episode's all I've seen. So
I watched the first 2.
Well, I'm going to watch it this weekend.
Yeah,
Josh Brolin is great.
Yeah, he's good. I was just yesterday. I was at work and there's this Comcast commercial that keeps running, Comcast Business, and I kept wondering, who's that? Who is that? Who is that? I'm like, that's fucking James Brolin, and I Googled it, and I'm right. It was James Brolin, but he's good when he plays these types of characters. And
Josh Brolin.
Sorry, yeah, that's funny. I said James because Eric also said, isn't it weird that Josh Brolin is such a good actor, but his dad was terrible?
You guys can both suck it. Hotel was amazing.
I was just gonna say you're a big Hotel fan.
I thought it was good.
Bill. He played Pee Wee Herman at the end of Pee Wee's.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm a rebel, Dottie.
Oh, and Amityville Horror, the first one.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
With all that hair, that beard. He's also in Westworld.
Yeah, the original.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and a movie that I watched a couple months ago, Capricorn 1 with O.J. Simpson and Sam, what's his face from Law & Order? Sam.
The one that plays the DA now.
Sam Waters.
Sam Waters, yeah.
Which I've been watching. I said I wouldn't, but I started
watching.
One? Yeah, the new one. It's funny because it is so woke.
Is it? Oh, SVU is woke. It's been woke for a long time.
This is beyond.
Really?
I mean, there's whole woke episodes, like all the subject, all the subject matter, the crimes they're trying to get these people on, all have an angle that's woke, and I hate. I don't like that part of it at all. But I'm still so sucked into the format of the show that I still watch it anyway. Some of the worst acting in any of them, though. There's some scenes that I was like, I can't believe they left that in there. People stuttered lines.
Oh my!
Yeah,
really. That's too bad. Those were good procedural shows. SVU especially. Once what's his face left? Elliot, Christopher Maloney left, and I still dug it because it had Munch. The Bells, Richard Belzer, and it also had the guy who played the chief or whatever. Or captain. It still had some balls. Now the only balls on it now are iced tea.
And then and then after you watch Mulaney's bit on Law and Order at these shows when he does iced tea, do you mean to tell me that I'm in a sex crimes division? Do you mean to tell me that this woman was raped? Do you mean to tell me? It's just like he keeps asking the same. They're like, yes, Ice. Yes, Ice. This is a sex crimes division. This is what we do. Do you have any scratchy lottery tickets? Just the whole bit.
John Mulaney.
Yeah.
John
Oh my God, his Law and Order bit is.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Found semen in the perpetrator's ear canal. It's like what? How do you find semen everywhere?
It's like,
what's funny about this new one is the main two detectives are Jeffrey Donovan and Anthony Anderson. Those are the two main guys now, and I can't with a straight face watch Anthony Anderson try to play a straight cop.
Yeah,
all I see him is from
Harold and Kumar.
We're gonna burn this motherfucker down.
In fact, just thinking about those tender little White Castle burgers just makes me want to burn this motherfucker down.
I see that.
Well, and Blackish, he's been the dad on Blackish for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But is that still on? He's doing both?
I think Blackish is finally over.
Yeah, they just did their last season.
I see him in Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the kids that Jim Carrey raises after his wife leaves him for the little person that I can't remember his name, the actor from Bad Santa. He plays the dad who's banging.
Right.
Yeah.
Mom, yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Those guys are great. They're the best part of it, actually. So, yeah. Anyway, really did like Outer Range. I'm going to keep watching that. And
I was surprised that you couldn't. I'm surprised that you could stop, because at the end of that episode, I was like, "What? Now what's going to happen?" I had to watch the second.
Well, I had to watch another half hour of The Batman.
Oh, right, gotcha.
And who wrote anyone watching the thing about Pam on Hulu?
That's me.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I listened to this podcast. Well, it was a Dateline thing. Keith Morrison narrated.
That's right.
So they turned it into a 6-episode series on Hulu with Renee Zellweger playing Pam, and she's wearing a fat suit and her face is all whatever crazy or whatever. But Keith Morrison narrates the entire thing.
Yes,
so it's acted, but then Keith Morrison's like, oh my, he'll pop in. You'll hear him narrating the show. Oh God, it's
Sean Bridgers plays her husband.
So fun.
And we've had him on our show, if you recall. Yes,
Sean Bridgers was great. Everybody's good on it. It's a fun little watch. So I mean, I highly recommend it. They're all the episodes are short, and it's a true story. And this bitch Pam is such a piece of shit.
No shit.
She's such a piece of shit. And Renee Zellweger plays her to the T.
Caitlin watched it, so I would occasionally sit in and watch it with her. And I'm usually snobby about stuff like, oh, this Dateline shit. But she loves Dateline. She loves Keith Morrison. Is that his name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves it. So why did you kill her?
But in a town like this, you just never know what's around the corner.
It's also got Glenn Fleshler. He was the bad guy from the first season of True Detective.
Right. He plays the husband. He plays the dumb pothead husband.
Isn't he also Goran
that she
on
tries
Barry?
to pin it on.
Isn't he also Goran on Barry?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he was
Russian.
Right. So yeah, it was a fun watch, I suppose. She really though totally nailed that chick.
She did. Oh my God.
And the woman who played her neighbor, whose squirrel she killed, that is Aunt Lil from Squidbillies.
Oh,
really?
Okay. All right.
Yep. I had to look it up because I recognized her voice and I sort of recognized her face because I'd met her before when I did that reading, the table read at Dragon Con for an episode of Squidbillies where, because Larry Munson couldn't make it to Dragon Con, I got to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
who is it that plays her mom whenever they were at the table and her mom says, oh, you'll probably get a facelift with all that money. And she was like, I never said I wanted a facelift. And she said, well, your face did.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Her mom was great.
I'm digging it, though. And I dug it, I meant. It's just one of those shows I never thought I would like, and I had a snooty attitude about it. But I ended up liking it anyway. Atlanta Pizza in Euro. We love Atlanta Pizza in Euro. They are a longtime sponsor. They've been with us for several years now, and they are awesome people. So thank you to Mike Hall and everybody who works at the restaurant. You can see their new full-color menus with pictures of their food that they now have at the restaurant. No, you're not getting a shitty paper one with pizza stains on it anymore, or maybe some guy's booger. You never know what's on those things. And, frankly, he went out and he threw some cash around and he bought himself some menus. That's cool. We appreciate that Mike did that because you can wipe those things off with a rag. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, you get a wet rag and you clean it off.
Or you could just spit on it and wipe on it, use your shirt sleeve.
They frown against that. Yeah.
That's what they do at Firehouse. So don't go to Fire. If you're hungry and you pull into that parking lot and you go, I could go into Firehouse and have some kids make me a sub that they don't even really know how to make well, that's probably not going to taste very good because they don't like me. Or I could go in and have a really awesome handmade pizza with fresh, real ingredients. You know what my choice is always going to be.
The
pizza. A gyro. I can drive and eat a gyro, right? Everybody can, right? Especially if you drive stick. Nothing falls out.
It's wrapped in that nice aluminum foil pouch.
Yeah, absolutely. That you don't want to bite into like I did tonight when I had a burrito. Atlanta Pizza in Euro is ready for spring and almost summer. And they do have team trivia again. So you can go out there and play team trivia on Tuesday nights. Bring your friends, enjoy the food, and great local draft beer selection at reasonable prices. Speaking of beers, Atlanta Pizza in Euro has Line Creek Brewing's First Crushed IPA on tap, and Three Taverns Rapturous Raspberry Sour Ale in cans. And Tucker Brewing's Georgia Red Lager, which is also in cans. And those are just a few that they have right now in their craft beer lineup. So you'll have to go out and see what else they have. They love serving the local community of Conyers, Covington, and East Metro Atlanta, and they want to thank them for all their continued support in business throughout the years, and they would love to hear you or see you or feed you. So just go out there. It doesn't matter. You don't have to live on the east side to go there. You can live anywhere and go there. So go there. Open for dine-in and takeout Monday through Friday from 11 to 9, Saturday from 12 to 9, and closed on Sunday. Now, I'm on vacation the week of May 26th. That is Gilbert's birthday. May 26th is also Eric Von Hessler's birthday. It is also Larry Wax's birthday. So Gil is in good company.
Wow, that's wild.
A radio talent, isn't it? Isn't it wild already that Larry and Eric's birthday was on the same day? And they ended up meeting each other and starting a radio show that was successful for a very long time. But my son is born on the same day as both of them.
That's crazy.
And my current boss. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting coincidence. But that week I'm off. So maybe if you guys want to do it that Tuesday, we might be able to go play team trivia.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. I think I could probably do that.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it for a while. And when we're done playing trivia, we'll take our trivia bucks that we win, our bar bucks, which are applicable to the Glory Hole.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
For the latest news on the radio.
News. RTR-TV. And now for the latest news.
I didn't really do any news prep this week, although it was funny to see Mike Tyson beat the shit out of an annoying guy on an airplane. I didn't even need to hear it. I just saw the guy needling him, and I thought, man, you don't needle Mike Tyson.
It was very dumb on his part.
Yeah, I don't care how many mushrooms or how much weed or edibles are in Mike Tyson's system. The man has an edge. Don't go over that edge. Don't tip him over that edge. Fucking Mike Tyson, where have you been? That guy looked like he might have been 30, so he might not have had the privilege of seeing Mike Tyson beat the shit out of people. But that's what he used to do for a living before he became the guy that ate his pigeons and did the cartoon that everybody likes on Adult Swim. And also, the guy got a brand new set of weed. These gummies look like you. And girls said, put your skin in my face and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And that guy learned. What do they say? What do the young people say? He found out.
Fuck around and find out.
Yep.
He's lucky he didn't. He's lucky he's still got 2 ears.
Tyson will probably get in trouble for that, wouldn't you think?
He'll probably get sued.
Yeah, I mean, look what all he's weathered so far. I mean, this is low on the list of thing. If he was going to be canceled or gone, it would already happened.
I think most people look at that video and think I would have beat the shit out of that guy too.
Yeah.
Why is he flying JetBlue?
Because he's Mike Tyson. He's not a millionaire. All his money got fucking wasted.
I mean,
he didn't have anybody to help him keep his money. And that's a shame because he made a lot of money and he, beat people up and he got hit. And then to not have any of that money is a bad thing. A lot of people had that happen to them. Actors, athletes and stuff just have bad people running their money.
Wow. I didn't know he'd be that poor though
I don't think he's poor, but I think he's not rich enough to where he can fly first class.
Private anymore, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's always flown commercial stuff.
Has he really?
Yeah, he loves, I think he likes the attention part of it because he always gets treated,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He likes it so much, maybe he shouldn't beat up that guy for wanting. I don't know, but he took a picture with him before the guy needled him. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, I don't think I can beat Mike Tyson, unlike Will Smith. You don't get that reference, just go type in, I think I can beat Mike Tyson, and you'll watch a really terrible song and video.
Yo, it's so bad.
Yeah. I mean, I loved that first song of DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Parents Just Don't Understand.
No, it was before that. Yeah, no, that was his first hit, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Parents Just Don't Understand. That was cool. I'm like, oh, this guy's cool. He's not scary. He raps for white people. No, I'm kidding.
God,
No,
that immediately turns me off. I'm like,
I know, because by the time he came out, I'd already heard of Public Enemy and Run DMC and earlier acts that I already liked. I mean, the first rap song that I ever remember really, really loving and annoying the radio stations by calling them and asking them to play was the Apache song. Do you remember that song? That 7-minute song? What was the name of the band? I'm having a brain fart. Tonto, jump on it.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah.
And then the other song hip, the hop, the hip, the hippie to the hip, up and you don't stop rocking to the gang bang. They don't say gang bang.
The gang bang boogie.
They weren't that kind of rapper, but you know what I mean by Mike. Hey, I'm the Fresh Prince, and I'm safe for white America. Yeah.
Oh, his jam was Summertime. That's probably the one you're thinking of. Summertime.
Yes.
Well, he worked himself from that early Sugar Hill Gang style of rapping into more pop music with rapping underneath. You know,
here come the man in black.
Yeah. Galaxy Defender. I like Welcome to Miami. I love his. Listen. I've always liked Will Smith. I think he's a talented actor. I think he's was good at producing and making music. He just made some bad choices in his love life. Let's just leave it at that. But he had that song, and it was such a great song. But everything after it was kind of shitty.
Oh yeah, I mean he was never a rapper.
No, but it made it famous, and it led him to being able to get the series, and then to be a film actor. And again, I think he's a great actor, and he deserved that Oscar. They shouldn't take that Oscar away from him. He earned that Oscar. So I mean, he acted like a dick, and he got punished for it. You can't go back.
Let's just also say that whatever he did was whatever he did, but don't the Oscars suck a dick? They should just make a new awards show anyway. Who gives a rat's ass? I mean, I really don't understand why we can't get a better awards show that actually gives awards to movies that people actually watch instead of like these bullshit fringe that nobody, this highbrow crap most of the time it's a bunch of highbrow crap that nobody cares about at all.
Right.
I mean, I just feel like everybody should boycott it and let it die. Let's do something new. Phoenix from the ashes, something.
Yes, let it die. Let something pop up. Even the MTV Awards, and I don't know anybody there because I'm old, but it's still more entertaining than watching whatever that. Do they still have the MTV Movie Awards? I'm assuming that they do.
Yeah, they do, but there's got to be something. Don't you guys think there's got to be something where it's kind of fun like that, but then they have good movies.
And we can call it the oldies. Gen X people pick the best movies of the year.
Well, they have like the Independent Spirit Awards, and they have things, but that's the thing. Every other award show has its own issues or its own things that follow it around. So yeah, you'd have to come up with something completely new, and the way that you get in, might not even be. I'd love it if they like opened it up to not just the movies of the year, but maybe like the previous 5 years. And that way, because you have some movies that, as far as public opinion and everything else, it takes a couple of years for some of those movies to actually circulate and get out there.
Yeah, and it could also be a product of us getting older, because much like with the World Series and the Super Bowl and the Oscars, as far as that goes, I couldn't tell you who won the Super Bowl 6 years ago. I couldn't tell you who won the World Series 4 years ago. I'd really have to do a stretch of my mind. But there was a time in my life when I could go back 10 years and tell you who won. Even if it wasn't the Yankees, and in the 90s, it was them winning it all the time. But, I can tell you right now, okay, in 1995, the Kansas City Royals defeated the St. Louis Cardinals in the World Series. 1986, the Mets beat the Reds. 1987, I don't remember. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I agree with you. We need something new. So I propose that we come up with something Gen X-y and for old people, because we're all old people now. And Steph said something very poignant at the beginning of 2022. And I believe this was maybe after Bob Saget had passed away. You said, everybody that we grew up loving is going to die this year. And moving forward, it's just going to be everybody who dies is going to be somebody we love. And I still can't get over the fact that Gilbert is gone. And Gilbert Gottfried I'm talking about. Yeah. Because every Monday morning I look forward to checking that podcast and listening to it. And, you know, that's just a selfish point of view. But I just can't. I'm just like, damn, please stop. No more. Who's left?
That's the problem. Everybody's left. And, and ultimately that's the sad part. It's gonna happen sooner or later. And
a lot of it's untimely though, because I mean, if you think about all of the people that were really popular in the early 90s who are our age, which is not old, and they're dead. Like I'll have a playlist on my phone of like grunge music or this or whatever. I'm like dead. Yep. That's a little unnatural for all of these guys are dead, and it's not like they were old.
Alice in Chains, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Blind Melon, so many people.
Soundgarden.
Yeah, Soundgarden. Jesus.
I mean,
the biggest ones of all time.
Right. I mean, you name it. Pantera. Just pretty much, like all of these people are dead. Those are people who died.
That's a great song, Jim Carroll.
He's dead too.
Yeah, he is dead. Yes.
Are you?
Views.
Or. Snooze.
Last week we had Better Call Saul.
Okay,
which we've used. The Flight Attendant, Season 2, Snooze.
Only Jeff.
Yeah.
And They Call Me Magic, the Apple TV documentary on Magic Johnson.
I haven't watched it yet.
No.
I haven't either.
I did watch Winning Time this week, but I have not watched the Magic Johnson thing.
Did I tell you guys that I watched Moon Knight and I'm all caught up? Except for
Do
you like it?
You like it?
Yeah, it really sucked me in. I thought, wow, this is different. So this is the second Marvel series in a row that I kind of dug. I liked Hawkeye, and I liked this one. This one's an interesting thing. I didn't really know an awful lot about it. And, of course, the acting, I think, is pretty good, and it's an interesting story, so I'm going to stick with it.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't like the Captain Falcon or whatever, the Falcon America. I didn't like that show.
No, it was boring.
But this show is a good Marvel product, I think. I'm not interested in seeing the new Thor, even though Taika Waititi is doing it. I'm not interested in seeing it.
And WandaVision was okay.
Yeah, WandaVision was okay. But the movie Thor, whatever that's coming out, I'm
Love
not
and
into.
Thunder.
Yeah, Girl Thor. Don't call her Girl Thor. She's just Thor. It's Girl Thor. Sorry.
I think it'll be fun as far as I think they're gonna put, bring in lots of things from the comic, and maybe we'll get to see, what's his name?
Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, Beta Ray Bill. I think
Beta Ray Bill's in it. All right, maybe I just don't like her. I don't think she's a good actress in anything.
Who?
V for Vendetta, she was good.
Natalie Portman.
Oh, okay, yeah,
was really good.
She's terrible in these Thor movies, though. She's just she's just a dish rag, just laying around.
South Park made fun of it the best, where she's just like being coy the whole episode. Anna, the one where it was Thanksgiving episode, and they parodied Thor, but it was Miles Standish. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I guess I'll watch it. I should shut up. Hey, I'm doing a radio show where I got to talk about it. I have to see all the movies, whether I want to or not. All right, so this week's views are Snooze, Russian Doll Season 2 on Netflix.
That's a snooze for me. I tried to watch Season 1, and I just couldn't get into it.
Same here. Snooze, because I didn't like it.
Never heard of it.
Well, it has What's-Her-Face in it from Little Miss Sunshine. And
no, Slums of Beverly Hills.
And Slums of Beverly Hills, and also Orange is the New Black.
Oh.
Natasha Lyonne.
Yeah, Natasha Lyonne. I chain smoke.
I had a really bad heroin problem for like.
Yes.
Well, she did.
Yeah.
She did. I mean, ultimately, let's just hope she doesn't ever fall back into it, because shit did almost kill her.
Yeah. She's a good actress.
She's a good actress. Yeah, I like her in other things.
We Own This City, which is on HBO, and it's John Bernthal, and it's about Baltimore and crime. And I believe we've talked about this a little bit. It's David Simon
and George Pelecanos.
It's the people that did The Wire, right?
Yes.
Wire. And what was that movie? What was that movie that, or what was the show that we watched? The 70s porn, New York City. What was that one?
Oh God, what was that called? Oh fucking
3 seasons. We watched.
Yeah, that was a good show, but I don't remember. Damn.
And that was their other show that they did. I don't know. I will watch it, but that Simple Jack haircut that John Barenthal, it's so Simple Jack. It's
I know.
Why? Why?
I don't know. But Jamie Hector's in this show. Do you remember Jamie Hector?
Mm-mm.
He was young blood on The Wire. You know, he came in and played Marlo Stanfield, the young blood gangster.
Oh right, yeah.
Took everything from Avon and
yeah. Oh yeah, that's Avon Barksdale as Haywood on Winning Time.
That beard is insanely bad.
It's so bad, and the fact that he's like 50, like he would really still be playing basketball.
He doesn't look like him that much, but the beard and the wig are awful. And I'm telling you, please, for the final remaining episodes, button up the shirt. I'm tired of seeing an old man with his shirt open.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Maybe he acted that way in real life. I don't know. I did like the most recent episode, though, where Pat Riley stood up, shaved off the mustache, and became pretty much Pat Riley.
Mm-hmm.
The show is gimmicky as fuck.
Oh yeah, but it's fun. It's a fun show.
Fun. It is a fun show, even though a lot of it's horseshit. Okay, and then we didn't get it. Are we gonna views We Own This City?
I'm gonna view it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll keep viewing it, but I will try it just because of the people who created it.
Okay.
And because I love John Bernthal, even with that horrible haircut.
Okay, I'm with you.
Makes you happy.
Oh. And last but not least, Barry on HBO. Are you going to use it or snooze it?
Oh, that's not even a question.
That's a stupid question.
That's a stupid question. I've already rewatched Barry. I want to say I'm on my third time rewatching it.
Did you guys listen to him on Fly on the Wall?
I haven't listened to it yet. I was going to. Did you listen to it?
I did. Yeah, it was a good interview. I like him in anything. He's always a good interview. The only thing that bugs me about Fly on the Wall is Dana Carvey never shuts up.
He doesn't, but also I didn't listen to it yet because, to be quite honest, as much as I love Bill Hader, anytime he gets interviewed, he laughs the whole time.
He does in this.
So that's the only reason why I haven't listened to it yet, because I just wasn't in the mood to listen to him laugh the whole time, because he just laughs and laughs and laughs. I adore him, but God, does he laugh a lot.
I'm in a jag of listening to, I'm in a jag off, but I'm in a jag of listening to audio biographies of people, comedians and stuff. And I finished Bob Odenkirk's, which was great. And then I took a little break, and it suggested that I listened to Jay Moore's. So I got Jay Moore's audiobook and downloaded it, and I'm listening to it. It's about his time on Saturday Night Live. And it's so good because when he reads it, he does impressions of people. And he made a really cool point. He goes, if I can't get it right away, I'm never getting it. And I identify with that, because there's people that, he goes, I'm not one of those guys that stands in the mirror. And he goes, if I'm staring at the mirror, I'm looking at myself. But he does the best Farley I've ever heard, because he's friends with him and he worked with all those guys, and the best Sandler, and of course, one of the best, Christopher Walken's. But he tells stories about how he almost got in a fight. He and Sandler almost got in a fight on set during the show, and how he insulted Alec Baldwin and his wife. That, you know, they were in the movies together. What was her name? She was in Batman.
Kim Basinger.
Yeah, Kim Basinger. But anyway, it's an interesting read. So blah blah, I'm blathering on. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds good. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, but other than that, we will. Hey, before we wrap up, we're gonna have a returning guest come back and talk about the new Adult Swim Aqua Teen Hunger Force shorts. Maybe we'll get to hear some stuff about what's going on with Your Pretty Faces Going to Hell, and also the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie, and so on and so on. We'll be talking with Dave Willis. Will return to the show, Radio Labyrinth, with us. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like this video, just hit that little button that looks like a thumb. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And you can also catch us on any of your podcast catchers, if that's how you enjoy listening instead of watching. I wouldn't want to look at me, but the other people are okay. We'll be back, and until that time, please remember to keep it canon.